The driveway, and we are here today to start on the septic. So they have marked off on the lot where they're going to clear out the trees to install the septic system and the drain field. So that's what we're doing today. So we're going to clear all these trees out that need to be out of the way and get ready for the next time we come out here to start actually digging and installing the septic. We had plans to go and start the second step and finish out installing the septic that we started clearing the lot for, but we had storms and rain all night long. So I'm out here checking to see exactly what all may be laying down, because my tomato plants in my garden have been struggling with the storms that have been coming through here lately, and I have picked them up and picked them up and picked them up, and I'll probably have to pick them up again. So I will admit that one of the reasons why I'm picking them up too is because I did not buy enough T-posts. I wasn't exactly sure how many tomato plants I was going to plant, so I did not buy enough T-posts for one. Two, we are extremely busy with our businesses. This is the most busiest time of the year for us, is in the summer, although we have begun to get busier all year long as of this winter and fall. But so yeah, I'm out here checking out, seeing what I might need to pick up. But I wanted to show you something real quick. If you look behind me, what do you see? Can you find what's going on back there? Give up? There's not a single dumpster back there. What does that mean? They're all rented out. It's the way it's been here lately. They're not coming and sitting in the backyard. They already are lined up. As soon as the 7-day rental is over, Tyler's dumping them and taking them to another location. So I just wanted to show you, because that is God's glory right there. His power, His presence, and His goodness right there working and blessing us. So yeah, that's a great thing going on. So I'm going to go around here, and I'm not ready to work in the garden yet. I don't have the right shoes on, but I just wanted to see if there were any limbs down. There's Rico and Diesel. Hi, boys. Hi, boys. You want out for a minute? I got to burn this box. over here is actually, well, we have several large 100-plus-year-old oak trees here around our house. And one of the reasons why I'm out walking around too is because they are notorious for large limbs falling out of it when the wind gets up, when there's storms. So this right here is actually one that fell the last storm. So they can get pretty large, pretty long, and sometimes bigger around. That's the tree right there that this one come out of. But see, this one goes over our shop. And we actually had a limb a few years back that during a storm, it fell out of that tree. And actually, I'm not sure if it fell from so high or if the storm was that bad, but when it fell, it actually punctured in that metal roof there and was stuck in there. So you could see it sticking out of the roof from outside, and you could go inside and you could see where it had went through, and you could see the limb inside. So it's actually pretty dangerous with these limbs out here, and that's why, one of the main reasons why we have that metal carport there to protect our vehicles, because the limbs go out of our vehicles. But yeah, this is my side garden. I've got to pick up tomato plants. This is a busy garden. This is a busy person's garden. It is very hard for me to have a garden in the summer now. I'm getting tomatoes, but they have suffered with the storm. So I can come out here and get stuff in this mess, but yeah. So I'm going to try to come out here today and get these tomatoes staked up better. I have a few small T-posts over there, but I even went the other week to get some more T-posts from the store, and I went to Lowe's and nothing is available. Nothing. So all the T-posts were gone. All of the metal cages that go around tomatoes are gone. So I'm just going to have to be better prepared for next year. Gardening has also been a challenge for me, not only because we're busy, but because I have a father-in-law that is here with us that we take care of, and an uncle that lived next door, because my grandmother lives next door, and he lived with her, but he recently went to a nursing home. His health got bad, but he would get on his lawnmower and mow, and he had macular degenerative, so it was an eye disease, and he was losing his eyesight. And we were getting concerned with him getting on this lawnmower, but you could not convince him he didn't need to be on. It was the only thing he had to do in life. So we would just really, a lot of times, well, most of the time, when I would hear the lawnmower crank up, I would actually watch him. Not entirely the whole time, but keep an eye out for what area of his yard he was in and keep a check on him to make sure he was okay. But when you have that macular degenerative and your eyesight is going, he knew no boundaries. So there's nothing dividing my yard from my grandma's yard. And so he would keep coming over and keep coming over and keep coming over with the lawnmower. And for some reason, one day we were sitting at the table eating supper, and where I sit at the table faces out the back windows through the dining room, so I could see the backyard. And I'm sitting there eating, and all of a sudden I see my uncle on his lawnmower go straight through my garden and mow it. And I just said, my uncle just went through the garden on the mower. And Charlie's like, nuh-uh. So when we get done eating, we come out here and look. He had mowed it apparently twice. I didn't see maybe the first time, because the second time he went on back to his house and his yard. But there were two paths he had mowed over, stuff that I had just planted. This was when I had just started the garden for this year. So it's a bit discouraging to come out here and do all that hot work in this hot, humid weather and humidity and hard work to keep facing these challenges. I've also, my father-in-law that lives right there in that camper that we help take care of, he's bad to come out here in my garden and pick stuff before it's ready, thinking he can take it in and it'll ripen like a cantaloupe. So I don't have a deer gardening problem. I don't have a rabbit problem in my garden. I don't really much have a bug problem in my garden. I have an uncle and a father-in-law in my garden problem. So, hence why I have slacked off on this garden some this year, because it was a bit discouraging to get back out there, and then now the storm has laid it down twice. So next year I hope to be better prepared for it. But it is, like I said, the busiest time of year for us is in the summer. It starts in the spring, and that's when we start getting calls. Late March into April is when it just starts boom, 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 boom. So yeah, today, since it's raining and we're not going to do the septic install, I'm not real sure what we're going to do now, but the day is going to have to regroup. So we'll see.